those little Donald Ross par threes. We may see a little bit of that next week at Pinehurst. Furue was not far away from going off the back of the green, Jim.
No, not that far, but Saigo putted just ahead of her, and her ball went right and came up about 3.5 feet short. So she knows the speed in the line. If she has the speed, it will fall a little bit right. But this putt looks downhill as you walk up on the front of the green, but it really doesn't play that way.
Just to tie the lead. And it should be a 3 for Furue, but she's going to need to birdie the last. She's not the longest hitter on the LPGA Tour, far from it.
But the tee's been moved up, Tom.
Yeah.
I think that'll make a big difference.
She's 114th in driving distance, averaging just over 250 yards off the tee.
Yeah, I've got her ball over on that right side of the tee. Probably going to play a little bit of a draw. That's what her shot has been. As you said, this tee's up, so can kind of get it up that right side and maybe turn it over with the wind.
Now that'll make getting to the green into more difficult.
A 75-year history, the LPGA Tour. Ayaka Furue is trying to join Strom and Kang at 14 under. Got a second shot at the par 5 18.
Yeah, but she's caught the rough. It's 207 total. This is a 4-wood. It's an average lie.
I think you've got to land this short, Jim, and let it chase on.
Yes. Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
She's hit this solid.
Oh, yeah.
It's looking pretty good if it's right club.
What a rip.
Oh, it's too much.
And showing us those great pictures, our man Ed Krivis celebrating his 70th birthday today. Happy birthday, Ed, and as usual, right on top of it. So Ayaka Furue is just beyond the 18th green, and Jim Gallagher went over there to take a look. Is she going to get relief, would you guess, Jim?
I would think so, because it looks like it's going to interfere with her backswing, and I mean, it obviously is, but yeah, it's definitely going to interfere, so she'll get relief. Just waiting on an official.
And again, there's so much to play for Furue. 3 places in the Rolex rankings behind her countrywoman Nasahata Oka for that second Japanese Olympic golf spot. Yuka Saso, with the victory last week at the U.S. Women's Open, has locked up the first spot. And Sue Witters is on the scene to advise Furue of her options. Mikey Scott, Furue's Scottish caddy.
Yeah, I'll wait. Yeah.
She had the option of using the drop zone, which is a little further right, which is a little longer shot.
Complete relief is always a key phrase, and then the no closer to the hole, of course. And this is a secondary cut, right, Jim? How about the lie? Can you tell?
Well, it's better than the other lie was, but it did nestle down on the drop. It's sitting down, so she's so good around the greens. If I want anybody to have this chip, it would be her. So I expect this. There's a couple ways you can play it, Karen. You can go up in the air with it, and as we know on Poana, you don't always know where it's going to bounce. So I would think maybe a little lower shot and let it kind of release, carry it on there as far as you can, you know, maybe 10, 15 feet, and let it go over the slope and release that way.
She's been playing those shots quite well. I would also say that it's fairly claustrophobic back there in the area that she's chipping from. That, you know, the stands are very close. Even though she's got relief from them, you still feel like they're on top of you. So you've got to kind of block that out of your mind when you're over this shot.
This to take the lead, should it drop.
Came out fluffy.
That's the issue when you try to go up in the air with it. I thought she'd go more like the shot she hit at 15, that lower shot with a little less loft, but
She'll need to make. But the stage now belongs to Ayaka Furue. This to have a chance to tie the lead.
yeah, I didn't expect this length of putt. This goes left early, then may fall back right at the end. It does, I guess, pick up a little speed at the end, but I expected her to a little better chip than that, Karen.
I did too. I do think that somewhat being so close to the stands, it is, as I said, very claustrophobic, can play a part in that.
Not to be. And it's going to be yet another top 5 finish for Ayaka Furue. The 13th more to come. Par putt for Furue. Remarkable consistency, Karen, but another opportunity missed to win for Ayaka.
Yeah, and when you consider that her short game has been so good, this whole back nine saved her numerous times.